Hello YouTube and welcome to basically what's going to amount to like the final little bit of parts for RageCon, and they are mostly going to involve with literally just me checking out whatever the hell there is to check out. And we're going to start today, ladies and gentlemen, with a single from the group known as Bloodstar, and it is called The Fear. Now, there technically is a group called Bloodstar, which started in 1985. Whether or not this is the same group, I'm not exactly sure. But and usually the routine is that whenever we do any first time groups on this channel, it's best if we just get straight into it, and if we get interested enough, we'll come back and check out more about these guys some other time. So let's just, while we're here, let's just see what they've got, because this is going to be a bit of a long video in any case, so I want to just kind of get started, just so we can see what's up. So, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. Let's begin. The Fear in 3, 2, 1, and...
Don't give in to the fear. Are you satisfied to stand in your own way? Failure claims its prize until the show remains. Pain and misery for all your lost years. Languish and bitterness fall out of the fear. On your feet or on your knees, it's not too late. Don't give in to the fear. Lonely nights, damning
Okay, there, ladies and gentlemen, that was The Fear, and I'm gonna call like the second song basically Nobody Knows. I was not expecting, like, technically they say single, but it's technically, I would say, like both two songs are like mashed into one. But you know what? I don't care. I feel as if like we got like a special helping because we've been such great people today. That's what it feels like. Now, you know what the very first thing I wanted to say when this was all over is that this screams 1980s. And I'll tell you what, I'll give you guys an example of like what I'm talking about. I'm gonna like think about like movies you would see from like the 1980s. I mean, I'm literally just gonna like play a few little Caddyshack, yeah. Anyway, so the point is that I just want to like just take a random example, is that I reckon in, let's say, like a 1980s anime or maybe an entire feature-length film, maybe even possibly a musical, you would find stuff like this. Maybe if they did like a remake of Grease and made it sort of like more of a harder rock kind of feel, and I only mention that because I heard John Travolta's second wife passed away from cancer not only about a couple of hours ago. But imagine that, ladies and gentlemen, like a remake, a harder rock Grease. Maybe call it, I don't know, Gristle or Oil or Hard Ice or something like that, and you would fill it absolutely with stuff, with very retro. And you know what? It's funny enough how I mentioned again at the very beginning about this other group called Bloodstar from the 80s. Maybe there is a bit more credence to say these are the same guys, because it sounds like it came straight out of the 1980s. And I reckon if this was made in, let's say, 1986, I would have very little room to doubt that. It sounds like it came straight out of the 80s. And that's half of the reason why I'm doing all sorts of videos like this, because it was made by NWOTHM Full Albums channel, which this guy basically just uploads albums, LPs, EPs of a new type of a wave of metal and rock coming out. Retro rock and metal stuff that sounds like it came from the early 80s or the late 90s but these are groups that do it in this style that were released very, very recently, and they are gaining a lot of traction, they are gaining a lot of speed, just like groups like the Midnight Dice and Fury, which we've done before, all have beautiful homages. And again, I say homage because I was not around during the 80s. I was barely around during the 90s either. But I could like hazard a guess, more or less. Hey, you know what? And I love straight up how Bloodstar go into "Don't give in to the fear." Well, you know what? I don't feel like giving into the fear about this. I feel like getting into a party mood. I feel like getting into a dance number, man. Guys, I've never even seen Grease myself, but I feel like I would rather watch that and literally just hum the fear all the way through it, because there's a surprising amount of great vibes and, you know, energy around songs like these, because it feels refreshing and it feels sort of right in the world we're living in right now to be enthusiastic, to be motivated into doing something. And any type of song could really have that effect. It's just, I think it's more the fact that I have got a lot more to say about songs and groups like Bloodstar and Fury and the Midnight Dice, and Streamer, and possibly Chaos Over Cosmos. I've got so much to say about those groups because there's so much range and they give off so many different vibes all at once. That's the sort of detail that I can dig, the sort of vibes I can get behind. And hopefully we're going to experience and see more of these groups firsthand. I cannot wait, ladies and gentlemen, and who knows, maybe if Bloodstar, maybe if you guys are watching out there, I hope I didn't, lambast and literally shit all over your work. I hope I've tried to make my point of view clear enough, and I think we could take it from there. So anyway, I hope all of you guys have enjoyed this reaction video. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of The Fear by Bloodstar. Please also make sure to also like and subscribe to get daily notifications when my videos come out. And I hope to love you guys again in the next reaction video. Take care. Bye bye for now.